Hello and welcome to Digitals in Gaming. I am Syntosis and this is another episode of Direwolf20's 1.19 mod pack. Now, last time I left you, we were having problems because everything was bloody slow. Right, so I've gone through, I've added all the mechanism stuff to the ME system. And I made a whole bunch of different things. Now, these speed upgrades are really cool. So we're going to take some speed upgrades, some energy upgrades, because obviously if you're speeding things up, the energy increases. So yeah, that's really cool. We've got an ultimate crashing factory here. Over here I've already put one down. Now this crusher will basically accept from the top wherever we put the sides and stuff, so it's still, you know, the same stuff. These ones are all upgrades, etc. that I've got, so I'm going to uninstall all of the upgrades because we're going to be using this in a minute to build a new one, but we're going to shove it in the ME system so that it doesn't have to do much in the way of crafting. Now on top we've got no patterns in here at the moment because I've taken the patterns out and put them in the machine next to it, so all the patterns are in here now, but we're going to split those patterns between the two. As you can see, the Ultimate Crushing Factory has now 9 lines. Okay, so it can process 9. Now, this thing called the auto sort we'll get to in a second. However, let's configure. So click the button that clears it. We've got input at the top. At the back, we've got output. And that's pretty much it for this machine. We don't need an input on the front. So this is that. We're going to put the upgrades in here. So we've got the energy, we got the speed, and we got the muffling. Now the muffling is quite important because these things make a lot of noise. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you with 3 stacks of cobblestone just exactly what happens. If you've got 1 stack in here and you've got auto sort off, that is what it does. And you put the other 3 stacks in there, they just process the stacks by themselves. If you hit auto sort on, it splits it and processes all 9 items independently and then rejigs it so that they all pretty much have their own, they're all almost level on the inputs and stuff like that. And as you can see, we're literally whacking out so much more stuff. So that being said, if you've got 2 different things, then obviously it will take up as many rows and whatever we need it to. Now, these are all the processing things that we don't really need a lot of. Skystone dust maybe, but diamond dust is really the one that we want the most. The rest of this stuff we're not actually that worried about. But I'm going to split them up. Oh, that's the other thing as well. If you put stuff in the return inventory, it'll go back into the system. So I'm going to put the 2 patterns over here and then the rest of the patterns here just because for, well, speed really. Now, as you can see, I've already upgraded this machine to the Ultimate Infusing Factory. Now, there are different levels of factory. So if we go into here and we go at mechanism, right, we are going to need another smelter at some point. So I'm going to go for smelt, and you'll see the original one, the energized smelter, just has 1 input. We are going to go for the basic because we can use the basic. We'll put it down. We can use the basic to then craft the next one. And I'll show you the differences between them. While we're here, I will also show you that you have to have an energized smelter to make a basic. And basic is a basic control circuit. From the basic to, I think it's the advanced. Yeah, the advanced. There's the advanced. So it gives you these, as you can see. Then you go to the elite, which is reinforced, and then you go to ultimate, which is the atomic alloy, or the ultimate stuff. So, right, so if we go and plonk this down here, you can see we got, on a basic, we got 3. It's pretty straightforward. We're going to shove that basic in here, and then we are going to go to the advanced. So let's go next, advanced. As you can see, it hasn't used it yet. I'm hoping that it will use it on the final crafting, because obviously there's other craftings to be done. No, it don't. Look at that. Because it's got power in, it's now not a default. Oh, that's annoying. But we can always do that ourselves. Look. Right, so as you can see, the advanced is 5. And I'm not going to show you the next one up because I really don't want another one of these in the system. But the next one up is... what one was that one, actually? That was... So that was 3, that was 5. I think the Elite is 7, and then the Ultimate is obviously 9. So, yeah. Same deal here. We've just got a line underneath, which is for incoming items, which is, in this case, is redstone. So this fills up, and as you can see, there's 9,000 in here instead of a tiny little bar. There's a massive great bar. Exactly the same any other place. You've got, you know, transporter configs and different infusing types, and, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. But pretty much it's exactly the same. Okay, it's fills up here, which is the yellow. So the yellow goes into here instead of up here. And then, you know, you can put that on and it will smelt multiple units at once. Now, obviously, if I want to dump this, I can. But I've got to be prepared to get this thing out quick. Because otherwise, you know, it's just going to fill up with random crap. And then we have to go through the whole process again, which is here, and we go input there, and we go the yellow is the front, and then the output is to the back. And we got auto eject on, and then we hit that auto sort. We'll put the rest of the stuff back in here, and then as you can see, that will slowly make its way in. Now we could speed that up by going to mechanism. Now I'm going to grab obviously the 3. We're going to grab another couple of sets of these because there are more machines that I need to put down. But right now we're just going to grab those 3. We're also going to have a look for where I've stashed... Oh, there they are. I've stashed those cards. So this one here, obviously, if we want to increase the speed, we could either put a speed increase in, or alternatively, we could put a capacity card in, which would increase the capacity, so that how many a second are basically added. And then obviously if we wanted to increase that still further, then we could put another speed card in. Was that a speed card or capacity? Yeah, that was an acceleration card, so it would speed up the process, and as you can see, this would fill up quite quickly. We need crafting card in there because this needs to be crafted, and as you can probably tell, this thing over here is basically getting a request, and as you can see, it's doing pretty well to keep up. So yeah, that's the benefit of having these bigger machines. Now obviously if we want to upgrade this machine still further, we can with the energy, the muffling, and the speed. Now obviously everything that comes in here just would disappear out. It would be very, very cool. This one here, we're going to do that, and then we are not going to allow it time to fill up again, and we're going to put another one in here, and we're just going to do exactly the same. This time we're going to put the things in properly, or first should I say. Then we're going to collect all this stuff. So that's yellow, and that is blue, and auto eject should be on, and so should auto sort, so that can happen. Now we're going to chuck those in there because that obviously needs it. And then we're also going to go here and we're going to increase the capacity, not by that much, but and we're also going to increase the speed, and then obviously that will go in there. We've already got the crafting card in there, and I think that's that one. There we go. Look, as you can see, we're getting... So we've got a thing over here, and every so often, I think it's this one. Oh, it might be this one. Oh, it might be one over here, actually. That might be these. But, yeah, there's another thing there anyway that allows us to do that. Refined obsidian... No, that must be around there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it is that one. So this one here, the metallurgic infuser for here, is probably one that we should definitely upgrade now. Because... Well, why not? I mean, it's just... Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to break that. We can always put it down somewhere else and sort that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put auto sort on. We are going to do all of this. We're going to put the yellow on the front and the blue on the back. Auto eject, and then we're going to go in and fill out its upgrades. Speed upgrade. There we go. That's that. We'll put that in there, and then anything else that we had, we'll shove in there. That will then process those, and we're good to go. We're going to put this down. We're going to, yeah, there we go. No, we're not going to put that down because that's the other one. We're going to try and put some of these down just to make sure that we've got everything out of them. I don't really want to... There we go. I knew it was going to be something in there. So we'll shove that in there as well. And then that can slowly fill that up. We're all good to go there. So that makes that a little bit better. We might as well configure this one while we've got it down. I mean, it's going to be exactly the same as the other ones anyway. And the good thing about these machines is when you pick them up, they keep all of the settings. And they keep all of the upgrades, and they keep all of the everything. So they're kind of cool. We do need a few more. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. We're going to need a couple, 3 more of these machines. Right, so we've got all 3 of the upgrades. Now, you've seen me do the upgrades the other way, which is go into here, hit the upgrade button. If you press shift and right click them, it automatically puts them straight in to here. So yeah, a lot easier doing it that way than it is doing it the other way. So if I break this, and then we'll go around here, and then we'll have a look at, we've got those machines there. So this one, we'll definitely take the redstone out, and we'll put the machine in, we'll put the redstone in there, and obviously because these are this one is pre-configured, it's already good to go. We don't need crafting, but that would be good. So 3 speed upgrades, you'll see that will be pretty quick. There you go. As you can see, it will keep it topped up quite nicely. This one here, again, doesn't need that. So what we're going to do is the other way round. Just give it those and see what that does. That should give coal pretty quick. Right, 32 at a block. So yeah, it's better really with 2 or 3 speed upgrades. So let's break this one, that one, and then we've got this last one, which is also coal. So we're going to break that one as well. Now, the ultimate infusing factories, we're going to put 2 of them down here. We're going to go and grab these machines, which are the ones that we took out. We're going to configure these other ones. So we're going to take those out. We'll dump that so that they're all nice and clean. Perfect. And then we're going to configure these machines while they're here, because I kind of like the fact that it just started working. And it's a lot easier to work on them here. So like I said, you can either do it this way, wait for these to go in, or you can just shift right click them, and off they will go. I think I'll shift right click the other ones. So shift right click, shift right click, and right click. And then when you go into here, you'll see that they're already there. That's cool. So we're going to get rid of all the settings, and then blue on the top, yellow on the front, and then blue. No, red on the top, blue on the back even. Auto ejection on, and auto sort. And then that should fill up with coal once we put that in here. So we're going to go and dump the coal back in the system, because we are definitely not going to need that. So these 2 here are already pre-configured, so they are just going to be dumped in here and here. And we should see that coal should be going in there, perfect, and then coal should appear in here as well. Oh, auto sort on. Oh, hang on, no, this one wasn't configured. I didn't configure this one. Well, that was stupid. Auto, done. That should be good now. There we go. We need some cards. So I've got all the cards again made in the system. So these are different cards. These are applied energistics cards. So we need speed, capacity, and capacity we've got. So speed, we'll just get 10 for now. Actually, I might get a couple of capacity cards, just maybe 4 for that. Yeah, there we go. 10 of those. 1, 2. And again, I've upgraded some of the other machines around. Especially, I'll show you which ones I've upgraded, but basically the ones that are in any way needed to impact the speed of which things get crushed or, screwed or whatever. There you go, that keeps up quite nicely. That will keep up there, that will keep up there. Now we could go to blocks of stuff, but honestly, if you give them enough cards, they will keep up quite happily. Right, so that's those done. So let's get rid of these machines because we don't actually need these ones at the moment. Now we've got some spare capacity. As you can see, we've got the different colors there. So we've got ultimate infusing, ultimate infusing. We're going to chuck all of these in the system. I have made some ultimate universal cable because the cyclic cable just could not keep up with the power requirements. So as you can see, the ultimate universal cable is underneath, and it is still linked to our little point, flux point, but it just provides more power to the system. So if we go and have a look at that, where are we? So if we go to and we'll go universal even, universal cable. Right, there we go. So you've got the basic capacity, which is 3.2 kilo FE a tick, which is steel. And then you've got this one, which is infused alloy surrounded by basics, then reinforced by advanced, and then ultimate is, you got it, atomic surrounded by elite. That gives you a capacity of 3.27 million FE a tick. So should not be a problem with power requirements now. So that's cool. We've got a spare space here, which I can't remember what it was for. I did build it for something, but I can't remember. So all of this is good. All of this is good. We've got request systems in place. So if we need to make any more, we request it from the other machines and they oblige. Right, we've got 7 out of 8 channels still being used in this corner. We've got this one over here, which is, again, we've only got 4 of 8 channels being used at the moment. So we've got connections here, here, and here. What I could do is just take away one of those additional channels, but we've got 8 in total coming down into this block. So we've got 8 coming to this block, which is, yeah, going across to that one and then that way. We've got 7 in this block, which is this end block here. So what I could do is actually break that connection. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break that connection just to make it a little bit simpler. So now we've got 8, or we should have. I broke the mega pattern, didn't I? So I need to put the mega pattern back. So we put the mega pattern back and we'll put the other 2 patterns in there. So that should now read 8. So now we got 8, 8. And then this one should read 3, 3. Okay, so it's just really housekeeping just to make sure that everything looks... and we're not using random channels that, you know, we can't get back. So like if I was to use that one channel but not over there, it would just leave an open space or one channel unavailable. Because I wouldn't be able to hook it up anywhere. So this way, at least they're hooked up in blocks. And then this one here can support these machines on the front. So there's obviously 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And as you can see, there's only 3. Oh yeah, because this one is actually from over here. Because I didn't want to waste the channel. Or, you know, have an orphan channel. So we've got 3 on this side. And then the rest on there. So we've got a total of 5 that we could possibly have on this side, which is quite cool. So that's all that. We're going to pick up our other machines that we left over here. We have got stuff in them, which, you know, I'll deal with later. Okay, so we are going to go and check one of the machines that I did upgrade. And just to show you that they can be a bit of a pain in the arse. Because they don't auto-pull directly from chests and stuff. Well, they can, but I don't get it to work. So what I do is I put them on stilts. Essentially, I just put an ender chest there and then an item cable, and it seems to keep up. It injects them all into here. So this is our smelting, obviously. It just comes into here, like glass and all that kind of stuff. And then this one is the ultimate crushing factory. Now, anything that goes into here gets crushed. So that would be, now, it will be stuff like fluix crystals and the other crystals and, you know, all that kind of stuff gets into there. The induction smelter we can't do anything about. Now, the induction smelter is a very specific smelter. There is no that type of smelter with mechanism, so we're basically on just induction smelter for there. But I'm happy with that because that gives us our other type of alloys and all that kind of stuff. Then we've got the ultimate universal cable now instead of the cyclic one because these machines take up a lot more power. So therefore, you know, we need just that little bit more boost. So that's cool. The one next to it is empty now, and then I haven't hooked up any other power because the power requirements are just not needed down here. We've got enough power to supply all of these electric motors, so we're quite happy at the moment, but I don't need any more. This thing is just doing awesome. I mean, this thing is just, yeah, I mean, it just goes in there, it goes in there, it comes out the other side, and then it goes into here. And we'll probably have a look at dried kelp, and there'll be dried kelp. Yeah, there 17,000 dried kelp. We could probably stop doing stuff right now. But as you can see, we're not going to run out of mechanical belts anytime soon. I am literally just going to, there we go. So yeah, we're not going to run out of mechanical belts anytime soon. This thing, we could probably just pause it. Like, to be absolutely honest, we could just turn off the rail and it would just sit at the end. So that might be an option that we do go for. At the moment, I don't think we need to, but you know, we never know. We might start running out of space. Ah, that space. So I kicked off earlier some more where did I put them? At least I think I did. I thought I asked for 10. Oh, I might not have. I might have asked for 10 and then stopped because the resources were taking too long. So I'm going to ask for 10 now. There you go, look. So we've got a whole bunch of these to craft. We've got a whole bunch of these to craft, these as well. There's a whole lot of glass. 40 quartz, available 40. The rest of the stuff is just, yeah, well, we can craft that. Certus quartz stuff, that'll be really quick. Right, we'll just start. Because I want to fill up that thing before it comes as a problem. I did go to the quarries. So the quarries are now running. So if we have a look in here, you'll see that the quarries are running quite happily. Let's go over here and just have a quick gander at what processing is happening. So it's going to take around 7 or 8 minutes to do. The slowest thing that we've got at the moment are these. These are being crafted at the moment. As you can see, the glass is already done. Like, that's gone. That was one of the first things. It was fine. Everything else is available. So it's literally, this is our bottleneck. So printed logic circuits. And I don't know, can we do printed? Right, there we have a look. How else can we do these? An advanced inscriber. Okay. An advanced inscriber. Now what does that do? I don't know what it does, but I want one. And I'm actually going... I think I'm going to cancel that. Get the advanced inscriber and see what it does. Let's see what the advanced inscriber does, shall we? I know that this is not what I was going to do, but we've done all the mechanism stuff we needed to do. We just literally did it. So upgrading the bottlenecks is one of our things that we really do need to do, because it's just so frustrating when you get a whole bunch of bottlenecks, and you know that the system can go faster. You know it. I know it. But it just takes ages, like, to get to that system. This is rather frustrating as well. Like, when you know you've got all the stuff in the system, but you obviously forgot to do pistons. Come on, I know I've got sticky stuff in here. So we can get one of them. And then we need 2 of these. Right, so what were they? Engineering processors. Okay, so processors, engineering, craft 2, off you go. And then advanced AE. Okay, so these 2 just slot in there once they are complete. So that's that one and that one. Cool. All right, so we got this thing. Let's have a look at it. Now, what does it do? It It's an advanced inscriber. Stuff. Is it just faster? Compatible upgrades, acceleration cards. These are acceleration cards, but this has got 5. And this has only got... Right, so which... We need the gold ones, right? So we need the gold processors. We need loads of those. We need loads of calculation presses as well. So calculation press and gold presses and then engineering. So logic, calculation and engineering. Logic? Are you logic? No. Are you logic? Oh, hang on. We need some calculation press. No, we don't. We need engineering presses just in a minute because I need to make a couple of more of these things. All right. So this would be a printed engineering circuit. So this would be silicon. This would be calculation. This would be engineering. So that is a printed engineering circuit. So what we'll do is we'll replace that one with this one. So if I shove that in there and then do this and then put that in there with that, is that going to work? And then we'll shove 5 acceleration cards in it. Because, you know, why not? Well, that's now empty. So I can put that one back in the system and then that one can create the next one. So let's have a look at processors and see how quick this is now. So 20. We'll go over here. Holy crap. Oh, yes. That's what we need. That is what we need. Oh, we need one over there as well, don't we? So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because we need to make this one fast too. Oh, that's so slow. But look at that. That, oh my God, that's awesome. Right, upstairs, because I don't want to keep making this stuff. What is it called? It's called a piston. So we craft pistons. What the hell? Sticky pistons. Right, okay. We'll stick a sticky piston in here. Come on. All the way down to the bottom, please, where there's only a couple more gaps and I need to increase the bloody system again. So if we go sticky piston, do we go sticky piston or do we go... yeah. Available. Oh, man. What can I do? We need to fix that as well. We were going to. Wait a minute. Ah, we did glowstone. Arse. Okay, so the inscriber pressy things are done. So if we go advanced, there it is. What do we need? Hoppers. Oh no, I built a whole bunch of those. So we need engineering processors. Do I want to put this in the system? Yeah, I do actually. I do want to put this in the system. I also want to put hoppers in the system just in case I run out. Hopper. Yep, there's no hopper in the system, so I want one of them. So let's put those in the system as well, and then I don't have to worry. Like, you know, we are getting short on space, but who the hell cares? Because now I can go advanced and just go, you know what? I want 5 of them. Oh, missing inscribers. I could go and steal the inscribers from downstairs, or I could just make them as well. Yeah, I could make those. Oh, man, I can't make those because I don't have enough. I'm going to have to manually do that, aren't I? Oh, that's going to suck. The way of making that is rubbish. What is the stuff called? Slime balls. Slime balls. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Lime and dough. So if I go back into there, and dough is created by that and that. And wheat flour is created by that. Ooh, that we could do. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to go like that. because I know that it produces seeds, but don't really want the seeds. I want the seeds to, I don't want, if it doesn't produce a seed, then I don't want it to be in the system, if you see what I mean. I don't want to know that it's not produced a seed. Right, so over here, I did make a little bit of a change. So I've hooked this up to the ME as well. So now we've got exports, and then around the back, we've got, yeah, there it is. We've got the ender chest. No, that's not one. I want that one. So we've got a pattern chest on here, so that if we need, I mean, obviously we're doing experience as well, because I needed the experience for some stuff. So raw zinc, I think it is going in there and getting processed by default. So if I go slime now, can I craft these? I need water in the system, and I need lime dye. Okay, well that's easy enough to fix, right? So over here we should have, no, we don't have it in there. We don't have it in there. There we go. So we got a fluid storage cell from somewhere. So fluid storage, and we've got a 64 one, so we've got a fairly large. If we go 64, we need a 16, we need 16s, and we need one of them. So I'm thinking that that's a 16 super. Fluid, there we are. 16, 64. So that's just a regular 64. So if I look for 64k, we've got one already in the system because of what we were doing earlier. That's perfect. So if I just want to make that, and then I can't put it straight in the system. If I put it straight in the system, it will fill up with lava. And I don't want it to fill up with lava. Now, isn't there an applied filter type? Or we can go... Oh, I can't go one of those because 64 craft. Oh, that's crafting storage. There was fluid storage as well, wasn't there? Is there fluid storage? I've got fluid storage in my hand, but I can't remember how to... Where is it? ME drive, isn't there? There we go, a cell workbench. Is that what I'm looking for? So we need a calculation processor, which we've got a ton of. So if we have a look at workbench, cell workbench, right? Now I think, yeah, there we go. So the cell workbench, can't I tell it? Ah, yes, I can. I can tell it exactly what to store in here, right? So if I get a bucket and some water, can't I tell it just to store water? I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. But can't I tell it to... There we go. So I can tell it just to store water. Configure partition based on currently stored items. So if I put water in here, yeah, then I can tell it only to store water. And if I put the storage cell, as you can see, no water, but no lava, more importantly, because I've partitioned it for just one type. Yeah, so that thing comes in, will come in quite handy when we need it. So I'm just going to plonk it down there. But right, so now we need a sink, an ink. Yes, an ink. That's exactly what we need. An ink. Right, so we've got a sink, and then we need fluid cables, which are in here somewhere. There, fluid cables, and we need the wrench. So let's grab that. Put that over there. Right, so we want to put it into the network, but somewhere where we've got capacity, which we're full to brim over there. That's fine. What about down here? We're 4 of 8 channels. Yeah, we could do that here. We could do that here. In fact, actually, there is another channel over here which we're not, or another couple of channels which we're not going to use. I actually would prefer it here because then it would import directly into the system. Yeah, I'm going to do it here. Now, how am I going to do it? That's the other thing. There is an well, we need an importer. ME import bus. Now, will it directly go from here? And I can't remember if it does. Acceleration. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. But then it never does. That never drains or goes down. Let's have a look at... No, we still got 0 in the system, so it must need a connection of some sort. So let's try and work this out. Import there, we'll do that. And then we'll flick the switch to on. And then force it. We can't force the connection, can we? Shit. Oh. The importer has a items and a fluid mode, doesn't it? No, not this one. But is there a fluid importer? Because some of these importers and stuff, they are different. Fluid import. There we go. Bingo. Fluid importer or a fluid importer imports fluids into the network. There we go. Oh no, that's a different network. Fluid grid. That might, no, that's something else. Let's have a look at applied again. How about we get a tank and then we can fill the tank and then import from the tank. That sounds like a plan. So we're going to need to move this. Yes, we are. We're going to move that. We're going to put the tank here. We're going to put a connector underneath because why not? So let's put the bricks under there so that we can make that look pretty-ish. We are going to put... No, that's not where I wanted that brick. I wanted that there. And I wanted the sink here. And then we need to hit it once so that it will pull and push into here. Did that work? That didn't, that's why. There we go. And then that should start filling up. Perfect. Okay, so that's that. We need bricks. Let's grab 2 bricks. Boom, boom. Right, so that's that part. So then this one can come off of here. We can... No, we don't need those cables. We need this cable. We'll put that there, and then we will import from here. There we go. That went blue. So that's obviously importing. There you go. That looks like it's doing its thing. Don't know if it is. Water. There we are. 1,000 buckets. Not milli buckets. That's buckets. But it still says 0 over here. What the hell? You know what? It might have been working the other way, but I don't care. So if I wanted 1 bucket, I can just pull a bucket now. How cool is that? And then I can put the bucket back. Yeah, that's so cool. Right, so now, if I look at slime, we should be able to... That shouldn't be a problem. There you go. Water is now not a problem because water is in the system. Now, the only problem that we've got is lime. Now, how do we make lime dye? Okay, so green and white. Oh, right, yeah, because that's easy to get hold of. Cucumber or sea pickles. We could grow sea pickles, I suppose. It might not be a bad idea, to be honest, long term. Growing sea pickles. We could crush different types of flour. Sea pickles, though, seems like the way to go. Do we have any sea pickles? We have 4, which is perfect because I have just the machine for these. Are they in there? No. Are they in there? It might not be in there. I don't think it's in there anymore. I think it's in here. Where are you? Phytogenic isolator. There we go. Photogenic blah blah blah. And then we've got these things. We've got the red one and we've got the yellow one. Right, so if I go up here, the yellow one should be full of phytogrow. And then the other one, what was it? Middle red. Middle red is this one, which is wither roses at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch this round. We're going to take out the wither roses. And we're going to put an export for sea cucumbers. This will make sense in a minute. And then we're going to run downstairs. We're going to go downstairs, or we're going to go... Where are we going with this? You know what? We're going downstairs because that's where most of my machines are going to be. This is not technically going to be there or going to need to be there. So I'm going to extend this section out. Purely and simply because I just want the power and I want the machine. So I want the machine here. I want the red one on top, which is the input, right? So the input should now be pulled, he says, from the top, right? Which should be cucumbers or pickles, sea pickles. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull in the yellow one, right? Because that's the Phytogrow, there we go. Phytogrow just instantly appears. And then we're going to throw it out the back. Because, not the fluid cable, but the item cable is going to be there to pick that up and shove it back into the system. Right? There you go. Boom. Oh, hang on. Boom. There we go. Yeah? That makes sense. That makes sense, right? And then we're going to chuck the wither roses in the white one, because they're just going to go back into the system. Now, if I do 1 sea cucumber, that should come into the top. Oh, and see, oh, and it needs water. It needs water. So it needs a sink. Or does it? It doesn't. It needs an exporter. That's what it needs. Actually, we are going to tie this into the system because we can now use an export bus to export water into this part of the system. So we are going to use the blue, because the water will come into there, on this side. And we're going to go up. We're just going to join it to this network because, you know, we don't need it to... Or actually, we could come out this way. That would be a lot easier. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go and get a bucket of water. So we're going to search for water. We're going to click it. Take a bucket. On the exporter, we're going to left or right click there for water. And we'll do capacity. And that should fill up. There you go. We also need an upgrade card, but no, we don't. We need a speed upgrade, don't we? Because this is going to be slow. It's a capacity card, so it is it was a speed upgrade card, right? Acceleration card. Yeah, there we are. We need one. We need one of those. Well, two really, but as you can probably tell, I don't exactly hold back on making them. Right, there we go. So that should speed that up. That then should be good. We need flux linkages. So thermal. We should have that on file, so we'll get a couple more of them because those are really quick to go as well. There we go. Right, so we're going to shove those in the system. Why? Because it uses more power, but it speeds up the bloody system. Now look, 1 goes out, 10 come back in. Well, not 10, but 58, 4. So we're using 1 now, and then we get, there we are, so 64, right? So if we now have a look at the chest, you can see we take 1, but 6 come back. Take 1, 6 come back. Take 1, 6 come back. Like, seriously, this thing here is insane. Now, all we got to do is just let that run. I mean, what we could do is throw it in and say, request, you know, if we want 10, we say, I want 10, and then it produces 60, right? We could do that. Right now, just to build up our stock, I mean, you know what, actually, no, that makes no sense. Continuously running that is just going to... We could put the wither in there as well, which we don't need. I mean, look, wither goes to black. We can make black. So I'm not really... Like, the wither stuff we can do as well. We're going to do that, actually. Thinking about it now, we're going to do that. So what I want to do is I want to make a sea pickle, right? So if I want a sea pickle, I can see that. That sea pickle makes... we could put it in a planter as well, but as you can see, it makes 1 to 2. But with all the upgrades and the boosts and all that kind of stuff, it makes a lot more. Yeah? So if we want to use that, we could cook it into lime dye. So that's cooking a sea pickle into lime dye. So 1 pickle equals 1 lime dye, right? Does that make sense? So if we've got 1 pickle and we want a lime dye, then that's what it is. You just, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do this, to be honest. Although, don't we have applied something else? Little flat things with a little light on the top. Little flat things with a little light on the top. What the bloody hell are they called? Well, that might be in the other one. Maybe it's the interface that I need. Keep stock to all times 64. It might be that. I don't know. I'm going to have to work this out. But right now, I mean, if we do wither roses as well, wither rose to black dye, that's literally... And then if we need more, like, river roses and that kind of... we... See, I want to be able to say... Oh, that I need to cook. That I don't. That is just a thing. So the other one needs to cook. So what one's the smelter? Can't remember what the smelter is. So there's a specific smelter down here. So this is the smelter. Ultimate crashing smelter. And then this one is... I can't remember what colours it is. That's going to bug me. Grey. Okay, grey, white, white. For the ultimate smelting factory. Grey, white, white. So if we go upstairs to here, we should see grey, white, white is on this end. So if I do that in there, then we've got lime green. So we should be good to go. The sea pickles, though, is like... Isn't there a requester or it might be an additional mod? I can't remember, but what I will do is look it up to see how best I can do the other stuff. I'd like to get like a stack of stuff and then just leave it at that. And if I need more, throw more in. But I can't remember how to do it with applied energistics. There is a way. I know there's a way. There's always a way. There is always a way. But at the moment, you know what, at the moment, if we have a look at the sea cucumber, we've got 6 there, so 7. Let's go and have a look downstairs, see what we got in the chest. And then we got 64 going into there now. So 23, 28. Yeah, so we've got plenty of pickles. Like, they're all getting exported out, which is fine. But as soon as that chest fills, we'll be fine. You know what it is? It's an interface, isn't it? It's an interface, but not up here, down there. Formation, for Christ's sake. It's an interface, but down there. Fluix. 10, go. It's got to charge the crystals and do all the other stuff, but as soon as it does, then it's fine. Right, let's get some... I don't know if I've got any interfaces, but I'm just going to make a couple now. 2, yeah, that'll be fine. I didn't want... in fact, actually, yeah, that's fine. 1 will be good. I can always make another... I can always make another Phyto. So instead of... Yeah, I've got to go and stop that first. So instead of dedicating a chest to it, so instead of dedicating the chest, what I can do is use the ME interface to say I want to keep this amount stocked in this machine continuously. Then I can have a second machine which is linked to, like, literally put it here so that it can still pull from this chest. I can have a second Phyto grow there, and that will be cool. So if I shove this on there and then link that, how many channels have I got? 4. That's going to interfere with that, so I need my little blockers. Level emitters will stop it from when it reaches a certain amount. Those I do need. Those were the things I was talking about. So actually those would be quite handy. But right now we're going to do it another way. So let's get those so that it will stop connecting from there. I want it to connect up here because there's 4 channels there. There's 8 there. That would break something there. So let's put 1 here. And then I want to say that I want 64 at all times in this machine. There we go. Right? So that will keep 64 topped up in this machine always. And then I can do the level emitter, which again is going to take up another channel. Priority, compati, fuzzable, crafting. Yeah, I'm not really worried about those. This machine, disabled, enabled on a low redstone. Right? So if I put an emitter here and say it's on... I don't really... Does it really matter about that one there? Not really, but it's just in my way. So if I say... So that machine's now turned off, right? If I say that I want a particular... Let's grab one. There we go. So this machine will... I want... 2,000 cucumbers. That's going to be an extortionate amount. But I want 2,000 communicate when they're above or equal to the limits. When they're above or equal to that limit, I want this turned off. Yeah? So I want the machine off when that's there or above the limit. This one over here, we're going to... I'm not going to set that up. I'm going to put the cabling in because we are going to need the cabling, right? So we're going to need another interface. That's a pattern provider. I want an interface. Is that an interface? No, that's not an interface either. Have I got another interface? I don't think I have. Pattern providers, interfaces. Right, let's... I haven't even got another Phyto grow yet. So I will get that one sorted, but I will hook that up to Wither because the Wither gives us the black, the cucumbers, or the pickles even, which is a cucumber. But the pickles give us the lime green, which now means I can do my advanced thing. I can get 5 of them now. I don't know, 5? I want 5. 5 of them. Go on, you can do it. Alright, let's go upstairs because this episode is almost an hour now. I don't know where the time goes. I love doing this thing, so it's probably that where it's gone. But yeah, Right, 3. This is going to be like proper fast as well. We're going to need speed upgrades. Speed upgrades, let's get some of them. Oh. It's not a speed upgrade, it's an acceleration card. There we go. Right, we need 3 of those. We need another 30 of them. Yeah, off you go. Come on, craft. What are you crafting? Right, so you are not crafting at the moment, so you are going to get taken out. You are going to be replaced. The redstone should automatically come in. There we go. You can have some cards, so you can be super fast. How many do you hold? I don't know how many you hold, but I don't care. Like, go for it, you know. Whatever. If you're not going to break, go for it. You are an inscriber logic, so we are going to get rid of you and put you, and we're going to put you back. And then we've got one more to do. So let's grab the silicon press, because the silicon press is used in all of them, right? And let's put that guy in there, and then we'll put the acceleration cards in this one for now. We'll put the other acceleration cards that I've got there, and I should have some more. Yep, perfect. So if I go over here and throw a couple more in, we've got one more. What are you stuck on? Or did I steal your stuff? I might have stolen this stuff, so... Oops. You are crafting wheat flour. Where are you crafting wheat flour? Oh. Wheat flour's down here. No items. Wheat flour with 1 wheat. Do we have any wheat? We should do, right? We should have tons of wheat. Yeah, we got tons of wheat. I mean, I'll have a look at this and make sure that the wheat flour gets made, but... I mean, out it comes. Out it comes and in it goes in the system, so... Okay, so it was obviously that got hung up. But why? Why did it get hung up? I don't know, but I will find out for next episode. Because right now, this is, like I said, way too bloody long. So let's put that in there. Put that in there, and we'll put that in there. Now that should speed up this entire section for making stuff, and it's only this, the charger. Now, can this advanced thingamajiggy charge the crystals? Right, Certus into Certus quartz dust. All of this stuff into that. What can charge a crystal faster? Let's have a look. Charged. There. So what can charge? A charger can charge it, right? A Tesla coil. Or we can zap it. And I think at the moment we're zapping them. So we could upgrade the zapper. Not entirely sure whether we should upgrade the zapper. I'm just, putting it out there. It's 256k now. If we go, I want 10 of them, go. And then we go over here and have a look at the crafting. We should see the numbers move. Look at that. Less than 3 minutes. Because obviously it keeps changing. 2 or 3 minutes. That is making a massive difference. Look at the number on those processors going down. Like, you can see the silicon that's being made. That's really good to see because, like, yeah, that's much better. So, obviously this is going to take a little bit of time. That's fine. It's making 10 of them, right? But the fact that it's actually making them at that speed, I mean, we could boost in the production. We could dump it all into a chest and then filter it all out on a round robin. And we could have multiple of these things. But realistically, how many times am I going to request 10 of these? And these are massive. It takes ages to do these by manually. So is it worth all of that extra? I mean, it might be just because it's cool. But honestly, right now, this is fine. I'm happy with this. That and the fact that this episode is an hour long, and holy shit, it's an hour long. Yeah. So as you can see, we're getting quicker. There's a lot of stuff in this episode, running backwards and forwards, and also fixing some stuff and showing you everything that we've done. But yeah, this is cool. So by the next time you next see me, I will plug these in. I will get the other Phyto grow up for the wither so that we can get black. Then we're going to look at maybe getting all the other dyes. But right now, that's good. The end of the episode. This is, yeah, I've got to cut this down. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Jump around, do what you need to do. Cut your episode down yourself using the little, chapters. But yep, I hope it was helpful. I enjoyed making this. You've been awesome. I've been Satosis. Laters.